Now I'm just adding sounds on my Rode Procaster 2 that you can't hear on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, my name's Amanda. This is the Tequila Hour. It is Sunday, the 18th of February, 2024. It is 3:05 p.m. Yes, I'm late. I'm late to this live and I'm owning it. And this is basically, podcast Uncut, baby. This is me. There's no editing. This is live. Anything could happen. It's being recorded right now. I could say anything. You should be afraid. So if you do watch this back at a later time, on YouTube, it will be released on YouTube first, and then the audio will then also be streamed on my favourite streaming platforms, including Spotify. Hey. But yeah, every Sunday, it's live. The Tequila Hour is live, uncut, on YouTube first. So, yeah. We'll see how long I put up with doing this shit, because honestly, it's a shit show every Sunday. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how I prepare or even mentally think I'm going to prepare. I'm not going to say it all turns into a bucket of doo-doo. What I'm going to say is it doesn't matter. I always seem to be rushing. And hence, even now, I was late. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Let's talk about the subject of today. First of all, let's do a little bit of admin. Number one, what am I drinking this afternoon in Australia, in the secret location in New South Wales? That's what I'm going to tell you. I am drinking... You will see, if you are watching this on YouTube, this actual podcast, that I'm drinking Smirnoff Zero Sugar Double Black. Yes, I'm into it. It's happening. Go me. I'm also going to make sure I turn my phone off or put it on silent just in cases. Also, I am drinking, and I have it behind me. That was my chair. I'm also going to open this Monster because I need this right now. Drink break. Yes, I'm going to drink that simultaneously with the Smirnoff. Yeah, who am I? If you know me, you know who I am. Anyway, here I sit Sunday afternoon in Australia. It is coming over cloudy where I reside. Looking out the studio, which is formerly known, or was the studio, now is the Forge. Haven't really decided on the name and if it suffices to the significance of this podcast. No. Anyway, yeah. Calling it the Forge. Don't know how I feel about it. Could be a thing. Could be all not a thing. But anyway, that's what I'm going with. There's a car going past. You may hear lots of noises in the background. You might hear my chair squeaking. You might hear me opening a can. Like I said, this is YouTube, the Tequila Hour, uncut. Anything could happen. I could suddenly go dark and you'd be like, where are you? And I'm like, here I am. I've been here all along. No, let's talk about the discussion of the day. Just going to have a quick sip. Oh, that's a mighty fine drop. I'm just going to put that. Oh, my chair is so loud. Put that over here. Open another one because I can. Also have a sip of my other refreshment of the day, which is water. Yep. And let's talk about the discussion or the title of this podcast today, which is YouTube Jumanji, do you know the consequences of the game? Why do I want to talk about this today? I recently watched 2 videos, and if you know me, I love YouTube, okay? Hand on heart, I'm digging it. I love it. I'm addicted. I can give you a backstory. Probably do that in a second as to why. I have been, I've watched YouTube for some time. I love the idea of it. I'll get into that in a second. What I want to talk about is 2 videos that I watched recently in this last week, to be honest. One was from Lisa J. If you do not know who that is, she is the owner. She is the CEO, I'm assuming, of BK Beauty. She has a channel. On her channel, she was doing a get ready, as in putting on your makeup, getting ready with Marlena Snell. Is it now I really don't want to fuck up her name. Marlena? I'm going to just look it up in YouTube. Well, let's have a look at the video that I'm talking about. Because I'll find it that way. If I can actually spell beauty, by the way. BK Beauty. Lisa J. Love her. Marlena Stell, not Snell, as in Stell, Stell. I'm not going to go into who she is. If you're someone who watches the beauty space in YouTube, you would know who she is. We can have that discussion if you want another day. But what I want to talk about is she mentioned that she's been on YouTube basically since the beginning. And I think they showed a picture of her back in 2016. And I wanted to talk about that because she mentioned how much YouTube had changed, since its inception. I'll spit it out. Hopefully I don't have – look, I may or may not have lipstick on my teeth. For those who are watching, no one's watching right now. But if you do watch the rerun, just, if there's lipstick there, just fucking get over it, all right? There's a lot. I'm going to go to year-old Wikipedia. I'm going to go YouTube, which is a platform which is owned by Google, my friend. And let's talk about when YouTube was actually first created. And I also want to touch on the fact that Marlena in this Get Ready with Lisa J talked about how different the landscape of YouTube was compared to what it is today. Back then she mentioned that, and I should do that. I'll actually tag the video that I'm referring to in my description. It's not there now, but I will do that at a later time after this live. Uncut. Yeah, so she did mention how, back in the day, she was basically uploading a video. She was in a room and there was no fancy equipment. It was just her uploading a video. There was no real editing. There was no fancy smancy shit. There was no sponsorship. It was just raw video of her putting on makeup. Basically, that was it, full stop. And, briefly touched on the fact how things have changed. There's also the other video I referred to, which again I'll put in my description box, is a video that was recently, well, I don't think it was that recent. It was Colin and Samir, a channel I don't watch, but I watched this particular video because it was an interview with Emma Chamberlain. If you don't know who that is, then again, if you're someone who enjoys YouTube, you would know who Emma Chamberlain is. You might know her from YouTube. You might also know that she has Chamberlain Coffee. You might also know that she does the interviews on the red carpet for Vogue. Is it Vogue? I think it's Vogue. Like at the Met Gala, that name might ring a bell. But anyway, Colin and Samir is the channel. They interviewed Emma Chamberlain. She talked about YouTube because she still is a massive presence in YouTube, even though now at this point she doesn't upload anything at all. And she talked about her experiences and how things have changed and what she's really concentrating on, etc. And I wanted to touch on this today because, look, these videos were very different. That's not what I want to talk about. I'm just talking about the experiences of two people, and then I want to lead that into what YouTube is today. So for me, let's just go to my story. Okay, YouTube. Why am I even talking about this? Well, I'm on it right now, live. Why do I want to discuss this? Really because, let's be straight up, I am a podcaster. That's my sole purpose in doing this. I'm a podcaster. I would say to you, YouTube is not the first platform that I'm drawn to in the sense of uploading my podcast to. I will say to you, for me, the podcast is a personal relationship where I can, record and stream, my thoughts and feelings on any topic that I want to bring up. And for me, it's more an audio podcast. It's not a visual podcast. I am, like I think I've mentioned, pushing myself because I love YouTube and I want to be involved in YouTube in some capacity. I will say to you that I'm really thinking about where the direction of my podcast is going and where I want it to go. And I'm really thinking about that more because Emma Chamberlain brought up a good point where she talked about, she has a podcast as well. It's just her. I don't know because I don't listen. I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to her podcast, but from my understanding based on the interview she had with Colin and Samir, that she entirely does the podcast on her own, which I do. She doesn't interview people. She just basically talks. And like I said, for me, my podcast, I kind of treat it like a personal journal at some times. I also treat it as a space where I can just freely talk about what the fuck I want to talk about and drop an F word at any time. And it's a real passion for me. So it was interesting to hear her perspective about, going on YouTube and promoting it on YouTube. I mean, my understanding is she actually has a relationship with Spotify and, a business relationship with Spotify in relation to her podcast. I do not. And she was really talking about, she really is not interested. Like, she loves YouTube, but at the same time, the relationship's gone. And it's the relationship really, in my understanding, between her and YouTube that basically made her where she is today financially, in one aspect. The fact that, anyone who watches YouTube and you say the name Emma Chamberlain, you know who that is. A lot of people don't. If you don't watch YouTube, you would be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. For anyone who does, you will know who she is. And she's got I'm talking millions of followers, millions of views. Millions, not a million, millions of views. And it was interesting to hear because she kind of said, look, there's this whole movement about, and, it was a couple of months ago now where YouTube encouraged podcasts and about not only all podcasters to not just have audio, but to have audio and visual. And, it can increase the growth of your podcast and, increases engagement, etc. And for me, look, do I want engagement? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. In saying that, though, my motivation for doing my podcast is not about having a trillion views and having a shit ton of subscribers and everything that goes with that bullshit. It really isn't. It is, for me, it's my passion. I don't know how else I can describe it. I love doing this. And I'm just, I think I've talked about this in other podcasts, which you may or may not have listened to, that in a sense I've compelled to do it. I'm truly compelled in my heart to do this because for some reason it just really resonates with me. So, yeah, I'm trying to really establish what that relationship for me, as in, using this format, YouTube, and then, having that related to my podcast and how that fits in with how I want it to go or the direction I want to go in. So there's that. Let me just have a quick sip of my drink. Which one I'm going to – I don't know which one I'm going to – there's so many drinks. I'm going to have this Monster. Drink break. If you know, you know, all right? Just deal with it. I'm also, so I don't miss anything here, I'm just going to put my mobile on. It's on. Fuck me. It's on, all right? I'm just going to have it so it doesn't auto lock in 5 seconds. So if my husband calls, that's what's happening. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Talking about YouTube, talking about my podcast. Anyway, my relationship with YouTube. I'm, like I said, mate, I'm your YouTube's my leader. I worship you, whatever. It could be a cult. No, I love YouTube. I really got into YouTube. What are we in now? We're in 2024 or 2016. 16? Yeah. That's a long time. That's not that long ago. Is it? 16? It's a while ago. Shit. It was a while ago. Anyway, really got into it because I won't bore you, but basically I had an operation and for a long period of time, at least 6 months, I was immobile. I could not walk around. If I did, it was very measured walking, may I say, for use of a better word. I had to be very careful. So basically I was sitting on my ass in a particular position for long periods of time throughout the day, all right? I had a hip replacement and other shit. So, blow out my microphone. Anyway, I was sitting for a long period of time. Yes, I was watching TV and I started watching YouTube because I needed to watch something. There was, like I said, once I kind of got off morphine, or I was on morphine but kind of got off the haze of morphine. There was a long period of time where I basically had to sit in a position and I wasn't allowed to really move around. So I started watching YouTube. I watched YouTube on my computer. I didn't even watch it on my TV at first. I watched it on my computer. I started watching it fully sucked in, all right? I got sucked into beauty channels. I got sucked into fitness channels. I mean, the channels that come to mind, it's this. If you know who he is, Seth Rosi, who is an IFBB pro bodybuilder back in the day, not anymore. I'm not going to go into Seth Rosi, but mate, he's a legend. Also beauty channels, so, completely absorbed in Tardy Westbrook and, Manny MUA and, I could go on. There's a whole lot, Jeffree Star and, yeah, there's a whole time back in 2016 where beauty channels were the shit and I was completely absorbed and it basically took my mind away and it was an escape for me from the fucking pain I was in constantly for at least 3 months. Yeah, and it just drew me in and I fell in love and I thought one day I want to be on this platform. I just love the idea of anyone like myself, you didn't have to be a makeup artist. You could, of course. Any person who had an idea that they wanted to share or an occupation or a goal or what they wanted to create, or I could go on and on. They could just come online free of charge, okay, upload a video and share it with the entire world. And mate, it's still, to me, till this day, it blows me away. Like literally right now I'm live. I'm using a streaming platform, which is StreamYard. I'm live on YouTube. I am recording this as well in a audio platform separate from StreamYard and YouTube, just so you know. And, I'm nobody. I'm just a person, all right? And the concept that you could literally just set up a camera, you could set up your phone. I'm using a camera, but you could set up your phone and you could just start recording, or you can record and edit video or any other video, and then have this B-roll and there's music and everything, and people who are just normal people creating I was going to say art, and some people do create art, but just normal people creating videos and uploading it to this platform, which was YouTube, and which is fucking fantastic in my opinion. And it just resonated with me, and I love YouTube so much, I have to do that. And even though if you're someone who, I don't know, if you're someone who posts a picture, that's one thing. If you're someone who creates videos, that's another thing. If you're someone who then creates videos and then uploads those videos on platforms like YouTube, that's something else in its entirety. It's not hard. It is, well, there's steps to it. What do I want to talk about? I want to say to you that YouTube is a phenomenal platform for any person in the entire world just to basically create videos and upload. It doesn't cost you anything to upload. Of course, it costs you depending on where you want to go. So, as an example, there's cameras, there's microphones. For me, my podcast is more about the audio of the podcast. So, I have a Rode Procaster too. I have microphones you can see I'm using in front of me. I do have a decent laptop which I can edit video, which I was doing in the past. I've actually moved to just doing it live because A, it's easier, and B, it's just it. This is it. There's no fancy smancy shit. It's just me being my authentic self. There's nowhere to hide. This is what I look like. And yeah, I love that. And it really, I want to go back to, or backtrack a sec, where Marlena was saying that, once upon a time she was sitting in her bedroom and there was no fancy equipment or fancy audio equipment. It was just her recording and uploading it. And we fast forward to today where YouTube, obviously managed by Google, Mr. Google, just quick drink break. Yes, managed by Google, which, again, I think you all know who that is or what that is. It's a force to be reckoned with. That's in simple terms. And I'm not knocking Google. I could be a little bit. What I'm saying, though, the platform not formerly known as YouTube, it is YouTube. It has gone through, in just a short period of time where I've started really watching it, from 2016 to today, it has gone through many changes. Today, like a lot of platforms like TikTok's the first one that comes to mind, which I'm not on. It's all driven by money. It's all driven by money. I'm not on YouTube because I want to earn money. Would I, if I had money from AdSense, then that would be a bonus. My main purpose for being on YouTube is not because I want to earn money from YouTube. It would actually be just a bonus. It would go into a bucket and it would help, buy new equipment as an example. It's not my motivating factor for being on YouTube. For a lot of people, when we're talking about channels that have millions of followers, that is the main motivation today. The motivation being is views, how many followers you have, the algorithm behind YouTube, the thumbnail, your content, YouTube basically pushing the direction of certain features in YouTube. So, once upon a time, I wasn't aware of the back end of YouTube. I was someone who just watched beauty videos and fitness videos. And then for someone who then, created their own channel and then started uploading videos, and then, you've got YouTube Studio, and then what you do within that, then, it's all about views and it's all about money and it's all about, how many followers you have, and you've got to have so many to get AdSense, and then you get a little bit of money and YouTube take a bit of that, which is fair. You are technically on a platform which right now I'm using for free. I mean, I'm not because I actually pay for YouTube Premium because I am someone who watches YouTube a lot and I don't want to watch ads, full stop. So I do pay a price to have access to YouTube Premium for myself and my husband. I'm happy with that because I love YouTube. It doesn't cost me anything to upload a video. But when I say to you there's people whose main motivation is their livelihood is based on this, okay? It's not even anymore where, you did it for shits and giggles and you did it for a bit of fun and it's something that you enjoy doing. It's really just it's a machine now. I mean, I'm certainly aware that back in 2016 it was a machine. But now for someone who is, attempting to upload a video every week and do a live every week, it's a machine. And I suppose I want to touch on that today because what something Malena said and what Emma Chamberlain said really resonated with me where, it was just something that they did back in the day and, there was no pressure. Like I'm sure they had the foresight to think, well, if I keep doing this, that somehow it's going to lend itself into where I want to go in a career. I'm not saying that they didn't have any inclination that this is where this platform was going, but I would challenge you to say that, some of the things that happen or happens in YouTube space or world or sphere is for someone like myself where, look, I'm never going to be, I'm never going to have a shit ton of views. I'm never going to have millions of viewers. I'm never going to have shit ton of downloads. For me, this is like a platform that I love and it's kind of like I'm treating it like a bonus for my podcast at this present time. My podcast is about the audio for me, full stop. I feel I have a greater relationship thinking of it that way. I don't know at this point because I haven't regularly uploaded live this podcast, so I might have a different opinion on that in 6 months' time, and if I want to continue using YouTube in this format. I just want to upload on YouTube because I really do love YouTube, full stop. I'm not trying to earn money off it. I'm not trying to get views off it. If it drives traffic to my podcast, which streams on, platforms like Spotify, etc., then fantastic. I would love that because that's where my heart lies and where I believe the direction of this podcast will be going. I'm treating it as a bonus, even though, like I mentioned at the very start of this podcast, it doesn't matter what I do. There's a whole lot of shit in the background that you have to do. So, and this is just for me doing a live. Like this is not fancy shit. I have a decent camera. I have a decent microphone. I'm very lucky that I have a Rode Procaster 2 as well to help me, which I do have to use now and then. But you mightn't hear this on YouTube, but you definitely hear on my audio. Okay. Yeah, I got a bit sidetracked by my Rode Procaster 2. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, where are we going with this, Google? Where are we going with this? Where are the happy, carefree days where, just the ordinary person who just wanted to upload a video because, they were an artist or they're a painter or they just did an engine swap on their car or they just want to talk about their business or they just want to talk about their diary. I don't know. Just think about the myriad of subjects, okay, out there in the world. Talk about the fact that anybody can upload a video. Literally, you can do it on your phone. You can upload live on your phone. You can record live on your phone. You can record and then edit in software like, I don't know, Adobe Pro. Not Adobe Pro, Adobe Premiere. Is that what it is? I think so. You can, modify your video and then upload it to YouTube. Bada bing, bada boom. And it doesn't cost you anything to do that. If you have a mobile phone, you can literally record and upload instantly onto YouTube. Full stop. Where is YouTube going? Number one, shorts. Let's talk about it. YouTube shorts. I'm going to spit it out. Right now, whilst I'm recording, I am live. I've been recording for 36 minutes, okay? My podcast normally will go for at least an hour. Sometimes I think the longest may be an hour and 15-ish. I think that's kind of a sweet spot for me because I do have a tendency to ramble on and waffle on, as they say, and get lost from what I want to talk about. But yeah, an hour for me is a sweet spot. If I was then to say to you that because of fucking TikTok, and we can talk about, well, should we talk about that right now? 36 minutes. Do I want to talk about TikTok today? I don't know. TikTok. I am not on TikTok because short form content. I'll spit it out. Short form content. Short form content is shit. Okay. If you're a fucking moron and you just want to watch something for a split second and get nothing out of it, that's what short form content is, okay, in my opinion. It's just a flash, you get sucked in and then it's gone. And then you get sucked into a vortex of watching 20 million of them and then you're brain dead and you've learnt nothing, okay, in my opinion. I will not be on TikTok because I'm getting passionate now. I will not be on TikTok because it is run by the Chinese. I won't get into that, and I'm not a racist, but what I'm saying is that I am aware that TikTok is highly monitored by the Chinese government, and I do not agree with that as an Australian. That's it. That's my reasoning why I'm not. So I could be banned for this, but that's my main reason why I'm not on TikTok, okay? That is my main reason. I'm not a racist. I'm not against Chinese people in any shape or form. What I'm saying is TikTok is monitored by the Chinese government, and then they therefore have access to personal information via that platform, which I do not agree with. Full stop. Okay? That's my main reason why, apart from the fact that short form content is shit. So there's that. So YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, decided how long ago, a couple of years ago, that, you know, TikTok was from nothing, became this huge platform that everyone got sucked into and everyone wanted to be a part of, which, like I said, I don't understand. And so a lot of, you know, social media traffic went to that platform. So like I said, YouTube were like, well, you know, we don't lose all these motherfuckers. We want them to watch videos on our platform. So someone in Google headquarters made a decision, or a group of people made a decision, that there would be YouTube Shorts. Now, I have tried that, not on this channel, but on my own personal channel, which is the _1_Amanda, just by and by. And it really was just about how many seconds of just creating a post. And then it was marketers getting, you know, a quick post, shit ton of views, and then, you know, uploading, and then they changed the dynamics around views and AdSense in line with the format that was shorts, etc. I could not, the whole premise of shorts drives me insane. I occasionally get sucked in where I watch one thing and then before you know it, I've watched 10 short videos, and they're just, I'm not saying that the people who create them are shit, but the whole concept around short is shit. Couldn't care less about it, not interested. I started watching YouTube because I wanted to be informed. I wanted to watch something where I actually felt like I was interacting and getting to know the person who was on the other end of the camera. You can't realistically build a relationship with someone when there's only so many seconds. In my opinion, no. I love long form videos because if you're a channel where you're actually trying to educate someone about a particular topic, then you have the opportunity to do that in long form. I'm not talking about 15 minutes. I'm talking about at least an hour. So that's one aspect of that. And the other thing being where if you're, again, like a channel where you want to build a relationship with the people who watch you, in my opinion, that relationship is formed when you have the opportunity of actually creating and engaging in long form videos where the viewer is then, there's a greater sense of trust because you're spending more time together. Really, that's really what it's about. You're communicating in a space of time where not only you're relaying your topic of conversation like I am today, we're at 42 minutes. I'm talking about what I think and feel about things. I'm building a relationship with anyone who watches this, and then gives that viewer plenty of time to engage with me and understand where I'm coming from, and then take some time to then ruminate on what I've discussed. I don't ideally think you can do that in a short form formats or short video formats like shorts. And it's, I don't know, not disturbing is the wrong word, but it's frustrating that YouTube have decided that they feel they need to generate traffic along that route to persuade people who obviously are just absorbed by the premise of TikTok and short form videos because they're morons that, and you're not all morons, just get a grip. But, yeah, it's just disappointing that YouTube have decided that this is something that they need to promote over and over again, and this is a direction that they want to go in. And for someone like myself, an hour is a minimum for me. That's it, full stop. Podcast, videos, live like this right now. I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink. An hour is a minimum, in my opinion. If I'm watching a video, I would say to you, like, I don't know, I'll just use Tardy Westbrook as an example, a channel that I watch, who's a beauty channel. And I would say to you what her videos are probably like 20 to 30 minutes long. They could be shorter, but I'd say they're probably around between the 15, 20, 30 mark. I appreciate someone who takes the time not only on the front end where they're recording a video for that long, 30 minutes, 15, well, at least 15, 30, 20, 30, 45, 50. If you're doing an hour, mate, you're a fucking legend. If you're more than that, congratulations. I am. Now, I'm super aware that there's people who do long form videos that, you know, they mightn't edit the videos themselves. There's shit ton of creators that have people who edit their video and audio and upload it. They then, if you think about it, could have been recording longer than an hour and then create, you know, a beautiful video in an hour from 2 hours worth of recording. There's people who do lives like this right now where it's live. Obviously, there's different. Everyone's different. You do you, boo. What I'm trying to get at is I applaud, and I truly do applaud the companies, the people, spit it out, the people and the channels who basically give a giant big finger to short form content. The one person that comes to mind immediately is Sean Ryan, and I hope I got that right. Sean Ryan, I do have YouTube open here. Sean Ryan. I think I've mentioned his channel in the past. He is, The Sean Ryan Show is the title or the handle of his Instagram. Of his YouTube channel, Sean Ryan Show. I am subscribed to his show.
Hey, everybody. I just want to kick this introduction.
Thank you, Sean. When I say to you, he's a podcast channel, okay? So he releases his podcast, obviously, via streaming platforms like Spotify, as an example. He also has a podcast, which is then shown on YouTube as well. His podcasts are long, all right? I'm saying there's one here which I started watching and I need to just work out a time because I want to watch it in its totality. Yeah. 5 hours. 5 hours long it is. And I say to you, I've been in the microphone. Yep. I'm applauding Sean Ryan for having the guts and the tenacity to do long form podcasts on YouTube. 5 hours. He is currently, as I look at it today, at 425,000 views. Congratulations to you. The one prior to that, which is a podcast that was 12 days ago on the Sean Ryan Show, 1.7 million views for a podcast that was 6 hours long. Why is YouTube this is the shit. Why is YouTube pushing short form video and shorts? Why? They're still doing it today. I watched yesterday or the day before a quick video from Think Media. Love Think Media. as a channel, as in let me bring them up because I don't want to give them an injustice to try and explain, because to be honest, they actually introduced me to a lot of things that I now use while I do my podcast, being Epidemic Sound is one of them. StreamYard is the other. Never even heard of these companies before Think Media and watching their videos. You know, they're a platform that can help you with YouTube, can help you with podcasting, can help you with different platforms, about equipment, about, this is a lot. I'm getting excited because there's a lot. When I say to you that here we go. 3 days ago, there was a video from Think Media. Oh, that's my husband. I'm just going to quickly answer the phone. Give me 1 second. I'll be back. And I'm back. Like, seriously, I could just edit it, but, you know, like I said, this is YouTube, the Tequila Hour Uncut. Yep. Spoke to my husband, I'm back. And I'm back. Oh, and I'm back. What was I talking about? I was talking about Sean Ryan, then I was talking about Think Media. Yes. So there was a video from Think Media, just looking at it now, where it talked about new YouTube feature, huge opportunity for small channels. And basically it was a quick synopsis of, you know, how you can use short form content on your personal channel and explain how you can literally do it from your phone, and, you know, great opportunity for channels to increase engagement, etc. I would say to you, for someone who, like I said, I love YouTube, can we just move away from shorts? Really? Obviously there must be money in this for people who, I was going to say for lazy people, people who just want to quickly do a quick video for how many seconds and get shit ton of views. Congratulations to you. I'm not interested, don't want to be a part of it. For me, long form content is where YouTube sits. I know that there's always a space in a social platform for, you know, different versions. So if you want to use Instagram as an example, there's people who post every day. There's people who do I'll speak eventually, who promote stories every day. There's people who do stories and reels every day or multiple times a day. Like I said, you do you, boo. If we're talking about YouTube, there's people who just do short videos. That's it. They just do YouTube shorts. They don't do anything else. They just come on and do a funny dance and, you know, or they just walking along the street and they do a quick interview and how many seconds, and then that's their short, and then it's uploaded and that's it. Congratulations. I'm being dismissive, aren't I? Being condescending. I don't want to sound condescending because I'm not actually. I'm not condescending. Now I'm trying to convince you that I'm not. I truly do appreciate the people and the creators who continue to do long form content, because I am someone who wants to have a greater sense of engagement. If I'm taking my time out of my life, okay, so YouTube, you know, YouTube's in my life because I am someone who uploads to that platform. But if I was to say to you, this is something that, you know, I watch on a very regular basis. I go into YouTube every single day and watch videos on YouTube. Then I want to be educated about something. I want to connect with someone. I want to learn about something. You know, I'll give that example of Sean Ryan of 5 hours, 6 hours. Phenomenal interview. Yes, it was long. Okay, I'm not saying 6 hours isn't. It is long. Okay, there's a good part of your day. if you've got time. Take the time and space it out if you have to. You don't have to watch it in, sequence all in 6 hours, consecutively. Is that the word? You can have a break if you need to. What I'm saying is I greatly appreciate and thank the people who take the time to do long form content. And I truly encourage, and I know, let me have a quick sip of my drink. Drink break. I know YouTube isn't listening to this live because I'll tell you right now, I don't have enough viewers. I don't. No one's watching this. And that's okay because for me, like I said, my podcast is my passion, and if this live generates a little bit of kickback to my podcast, on those other streaming platforms, I'm happy with that. I'm not Emma Chamberlain, okay, who now has so many subscribers that she can remove herself from the platform for over a year or 6 months, not upload anything, and still have, let's just have a look because now I want to give you an actual true reflection. Emma Chamberlain, okay. Emma Chamberlain, oh shit, that's loud, has 12 million subscribers, okay, which is fantastic. She did a video which was, it was how many, let me see, it was half an hour long, 2.5 million views. Prior to that, I might be doing this wrong. Videos, I want to see when I think she also uploads her podcast on here as well, which is, Spotify basically. Latest, so 3 weeks ago was her latest video. 1.5 views, 1.5 million. She regularly gets millions of viewers, okay, regularly, I can see here. She hardly uploads. And, she worked really hard. Please be mindful, I'm not, shitting on Emma Chamberlain in any way, shape or form. What I'm saying is she's created a base now that she can literally, record a video and upload it and she'll get a shit ton because she's got 12 million subscribers, okay? I know, I have 3, okay? No one's watching my lives. No one's watching my videos, really. Maybe there's a couple. That's it. That's fine. When I say to you that where's the engagement gone? Are we that moronic that, how many seconds of a YouTube short is it enough to create a relationship with someone or enough to inform important content or is significant or sufficient content really, or I don't know. Why YouTube, why you're not TikTok. Okay. YouTube, if you hear me, and I know you won't, you're not TikTok, okay? Let TikTok be TikTok. Let them all go over there and do their shit in their shorts and live a happy life and rewarding life. Let's go back to what YouTube was and should be, in my opinion. YouTube was just a space for anyone, no training, just you as a person. If you had something you wanted to talk about, may it be a subject, may it be something that you're passionate about, may it be providing knowledge around how to apply makeup, may it be knowledge around how to exercise or do certain things or fitness or health or beauty or clothing or how many millions of different categories there are in YouTube. Can we just stop trying to pretend that we want to be like TikTok? Can we just support the people who, just like myself, where we're just people, just uploading and, yes, I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to upload on this platform free of charge, really. I mean, it costs me in the background. It costs me money to use StreamYard. It costs me money to use Buzzsprout. It costs me money to buy the equipment that I'm using to upload. I don't care about that because, I mean, I do care. But, you know, I made a conscious decision that I wanted to purchase these items because I wanted to have my podcast sound a certain way and look a certain way, full stop. I really implore anyone who watches this live or watches it back in the future to really ask yourself, what do you want your vision of YouTube to be moving forward? For me, it's not about shorts. It's about long-form content. I will say to you confidently now at an hour and 1 minute or 2 minutes that I, putting my hand up, will say to you that any podcast that I do on YouTube as a live will be at least an hour long. I ideally am thinking about some of the things that I have coming up moving forward, and I won't talk about it now, or I could, but I won't, that I'm going to do podcasts that are even longer than an hour because I want to engage with you. I want to have a relationship with you. I value your opinion. If you comment, may it be good or bad, whatever. It is what it is. No one comments on my videos because they don't watch them. So I'm pretty lucky actually. Obviously there's channels out there that have, you know, I know under 1,000 views, whatever, and then, you know, people are shit and they just say shit for the sake of being shitty people. Congratulations to you. May I add that anyone who does this, like myself, I'm not, you know, I'm not a videographer. I'm not someone who has had, you know, specific training on videography or sound engineering or anything like that. I'm just a normal person doing this today, and I thank anyone who has the courage and tenacity to do that as well because, yeah. And obviously it can lead, you know, I'm thinking about, as an example, I saw a video from Marquise Brownlee where it was ages ago now, where he actually showed a video when he first, you know, uploaded, or, you know, one of his first videos back in the day when he was just a teenager, and how different it was. And it was just him in front of his computer, and, you know, he was kind of laughing at how gawky he was and all the rest of it. And then to see the progression from that to where he is today, and he has, in my opinion, an amazing channel, and he has millions of followers. And yeah, this is what it can do. It can, from nothing, it can create something. Do you know what I mean? But there is a whole lot of people out there. It's not even about that. It's just about being a part of a community. And YouTube, for me, it's a community. That's probably what I'm trying to, you know, talk about. YouTube is a community. People who upload onto YouTube, people who upload content, not that they're rare, but they're a part of something that's really a significant thing. It's so different to other social media platforms, and such a beautiful thing that literally anyone can, like myself, upload a live for an hour and something and just warble on. And hopefully, you know, someone watches it, and that's all I could ask for. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think YouTube will ever watch this and give a fuck about what I have to say, to be honest. I truly do appreciate the people who do actually listen to my podcast, who do download my podcasts on a regular basis, and I thank you for that. I thank you to those who do take the time to watch these lives. like I said, it's not my intention to see, to get shit ton of viewers and, get sponsorship or earn AdSense or whatever. If that ever happens in the future, then, I would treat it as a bonus. It's not my intention and not my reasoning or my why as to why I'm doing this. I truly am doing this right now on YouTube because I love YouTube, even though I just shit on it. How long? No, I'm not shitting on it. I just really want, I want creators to just take a step back and think about what your why is as to why you're doing this and why you, for people who are doing shorts, which I understand, everyone needs to earn money and etc. yada yada. Why are you selling your soul? Why are you selling your soul for 5 seconds of fame, for how many views to get a little bit of money, when literally you could have just had a normal job like me? This is not my job. This is a side passion. This is it. I don't earn money from this at all. Where did the integrity go? Do you know what I mean? Where did the integrity in YouTube go? I really ask and implore anyone who does short form content to think about that. Because basically, if you're someone who then, for whatever reason, creates some viral shit, which then is only viral for 5 seconds, what's it all for? Do you know what I mean? YouTube, for me, and always will be somewhere where it's a safe place. It's a place where I can just relax and just tune out to the bullshit of life. It's a place where I can just learn something, like truly, like Sean Ryan, some of his interviews are just mind-blowing. Somewhere where I can just engage with someone like Stephen Bartlett and Diary of a CEO and learn so much. Get introduced to people like Mel Robbins, who I never would have ever heard of if I didn't watch YouTube, as an example. That's what it's about. That's just really YouTube. Just really, look at yourself in the mirror and just think about all those people out there like myself who we love YouTube and we just want to have a crack, and we appreciate the opportunity to do this, but let's not get lost in trying to be like other platforms. You have a beautiful, unique platform. Don't muddle it with just bullshit. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not, for some people, it's not just about money. Okay, for some people, it's actually just about their calling or their passion and what they want to do. And there's actually probably more people like that than you're even aware of. So I really do ask anyone from Google, hear me now. I really ask you to retrospectively look at YouTube, it's in its entirety, and think, is this where it should be going? That's all I've got to say. And the end, and I'm out. And Google bans for me forever. Anyway, look, thank you to those who do listen. This podcast will be streamed on my my usual streaming platforms. May that be Spotify. Hey, may that be Apple Podcasts. May that be Google. Yeah, so listen out for that. That will be released on Monday, which is tomorrow. Like I said, I'm in Australia. It's 4:12 now on the 18th. And like I said, moving forward, I will be doing a live on YouTube first. So if you are someone who watches and follows my podcast, then not only can you see me warble live on video on YouTube, but then you can hear me as well prior to the release on Monday. So you get a little bit of a snapshot in advance. Lucky you. Thank you to those who do listen. I do appreciate it. Thank you to those who take the time to download if you rate my podcast via Spotify and Apple, and give it a 5-star rating. I appreciate that because it helps in the background. And yeah, if you want to ever reach out to me or you have a particular subject you'd like me to talk about, you can contact me anytime via info@thetequilahour.com.au. I'd love to hear from you, and I think I'll leave it there. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time out of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. And I'm out and I don't know what I'm doing now. Let's see what happens.
I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you've done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving no affection for me at home?
Tell me what you've done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately.
Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know? Baby, so can you take me on a date? The simple
Things you do to make me stay, and it's
like you don't even try. I used to wonder why, but now I'm left with no more tears to cry.
I know that life can be busy, love,
But
you ain't time for the ones you love.
it's
You ain't right,
it's what I
deserve. Love, tell me what you